Okay, John.
Yes.
Spitfire question.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Okay. I got a story though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I was at the park the other day and I was sitting with my buddy. I don't want to mention any names, but it rhymes with Adolf Hitler.
Oh.
We were just sitting on the park bench eating ice cream sandwiches because it was, well, an inferno outside, for lack of better words.
Sure.
And we were talking about people that get on our nerves and how to handle the situation. And I was talking about, I was listening off just a bunch of people that really like irritate me. You know, the kind that grind your gears, like fake panhandlers, right? They're not
Sure.
homeless or anything. They're just people looking for an easy buck.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sharing his opinions about people that aggravated him too, and he stood up and pulled out his Zippo, and I was like, "Yo, man, we gotta relax. You can't just solve your problems by uniting the people and burning other civilians, right?"
Right.
So he came to his senses, and we started going for a walk and unwrapped another ice cream sandwich, and just enjoyed ourselves. So the moral of the story:
Where were you in 1920s Germany? We needed you. You were the guy. You were going to save us all.
Yeah. So after giving me some beautiful comments on my new haircut, we just went for another walk and went home afterwards. So the moral of the story is, don't keep your enemies close. Keep your friends closer. Get together, play some games, have a beer, and have a good time doing it.
Stop them from committing genocide.
Yeah, and the second moral of the story is I think my girlfriend reminds me of Adolf Hitler. And Nicole was actually talking about just burning her enemies the other day. And I was like, look, that didn't work out for the last guy that did that shit.
Yeah, he accomplished it a little bit. Okay, you guys have your people, right?
You can't burn all your enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I do. I actually have 3.
Oh boy.
Thank God. How many?
I'll go first because I think Sean and I may have picked the same guy.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
Definitely not.
I feel like.
But I'm interested to know why you think I would pick this guy too.
You've mentioned him before, so.
Oh, it's not anyone I mentioned.
Okay. If it's no one you've mentioned before, then I think we can say.
Yeah.
I can go whatever.
Welcome to this week's episode of Hypothetically Speaking. I am Tyler Malter. With me is
John Reed.
And
Sean Murphy.
you did your real name this time.
Yeah.
So
I'm so
proud of you.
Just once.
Okay, so this week's episode, Sean brought us the question. We each put a question in, and then we pick one of the 3 questions that is brought, and we answer it. This week, it was Sean's question, which was...
If you could have a personal relationship with any living person, who would it be? And let me elaborate.
Sure.
This is...
Loves the rules.
This is like the brother from another mother kind of situation. Like, you have the kind of relationship where if something cool was going to happen, or if they needed advice, or vice versa, you would be the one they would call. You're like the godfather of their children. You're like the squeeze. And that's better or worse. That comes with all of the pros and cons along with it. So
I guess... Are the people's personalities changing at all?
No.
Okay, so...
I assume they all have a best friend and you just replace them.
Replace whoever their current
That's right.
best friend is.
They're gone.
Okay.
Like quantum leaped.
What happens if their best friend is, like, their significant other, their spouse? Like I like to think that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are really close to each other.
Yeah?
So if I replaced...
Yeah, but this is like your bro friend.
If I replaced Jada Pinkett Smith...
Like even chicks have bro friends. Like the chick bro. Friend.
Okay, sure. I didn't know.
You want to date them?
No, I don't. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, maybe that you could go for that angle.
I didn't even think about it until
depending
you brought
on-
up that I would replace their best friend.
Depending on who he picked, he might have.
I'm
He
going
might.
to assume whoever you're
Guy
going to
or
say,
girl, who knows?
listeners, just imagine a steamy relationship between Tyler and his choice.
Absolutely.
Which is Terry Crews.
Which is
I said
nailed it.
Tyler and Terry. That's great.
That's our podcast when we get
Tea.
Old
to be
Spice,
best friends.
like
Yeah.
like shampoo and stuff.
He's the only guy I can imagine lifting me literally off my feet.
Oh,
And that's all I look for in a best friend.
carry you across the threshold.
So that's why you guys are almost my best friends.
I could probably lift you.
Neither one of us can peck pop the way he can.
Oh, it's
It's
true.
mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's disgusting, actually.
Between the two of us, we could pop a peck and a half.
Yeah, that's not
Play a
bad.
rock band with his body.
So, John, what is your what are your ideas for this week?
So at first I had trouble picking between
Hitler.
Tupac, Hitler, and Elvis.
But they're not alive.
Well, I mean, to you,
So this is going to be really off, but I read some real fake news, I think, the other day, and it was being shared on Facebook, and people think it's real, that an 80-year-old man died in California that was a homeless man, died in California, and they took his DNA and tested it to see if he had any living relatives, and it came back a perfect match for Elvis Presley.
You can theoretically match your DNA with another person. Technically, it's possible.
I doubt it.
Technically.
The ages match up.
Look it up.
The ages match up.
Okay.
So, just think about it. I'm just saying,
Did they find Bat Boy?
no, he's still missing.
Damn it.
In my opinion, Bat Boy looks like YouTube star Jim Sterling. There's a YouTube guy who talks about video games. His name's Jim Sterling, and he looks like a spitting image of Bat Boy.
You fight Bat Boy in Shinobi.
Jesus, don't get there again. Okay, so you wanted to pick Tupac, Hitler, and Elvis,
Well,
but we see a common problem with all three.
right?
of them.
So I
They
couldn't
committed
I
genocides.
couldn't just go with them. So my knee jerk response was The Rock. Right? I wasn't thinking about it.
Let me ask a question. I have to be.
Is he half scorpion?
Yes, God, please. No, so real quick, real question. Is it because he's one of the only guys you could think of that would literally lift you off your feet?
Well, yeah, that, and I just feel like I wouldn't be as lazy as I am. Like, have you heard of his app, The Rock Alarm?
No.
Yeah, so it's like
What?
it's like a alarm sounds. They're like trumpets blaring or like rock music, and it's him telling you to get up and get out of bed and get after it, quit being lazy. Yeah, it's the craziest app ever.
Okay.
I had it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine anyone having it for longer than that.
Yeah. So then I mean, I don't know. It would just be cool.
What?
Give me The Rock.
walk me through.
So then I actually thought about it, because that's my knee-jerk response. Like, oh yeah, that's
The
supposed
Rock?
to
But walk me
The Rock,
through.
yeah.
You're
what
the... Okay, go ahead.
walk me through what you think, like you and The Rock's relationship would be. Like, how often are you guys talking to each other? Is he like casting you in his movies the way he does with Kevin Hart? Like, talk me
okay,
through real quick.
So
what you,
I'm trying to think here. Let's see. You've seen Rush Hour?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he would be
So
like,
you're Jackie Chan and
yeah,
he's
exactly.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the other way around. I mean, it could be either way.
I feel like, yeah, it would be the other way.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely the more athletic.
He would beat everyone's ass, and I would just
Stand around
Yeah.
making jokes.
You would use him to fight your battles
screaming in
for
a
you?
high-pitched,
Oh, that's
funny
good.
voice. Yeah.
Make him your personal bodyguard.
I mean, he was the Scorpion King and Hercules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
and-
was the other bald dude in Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
So the three most prestigious things.
He like bent his arm and broke out of a cast and picked up a machine gun and.
Is that
tore
real?
down- Yeah, I don't know.
What do you
To me,
mean
it's
it's real?
real.
Did you just quote like a scene from a movie?
It
Except
just
just be like,
shaped
I don't
The
know
Rock.
if it's real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was The Rock even that character?
Yeah. Okay. So what are your other two choices? That was your knee jerk, but
Yeah. No, I only have one other choice. So I thought about it, and Elon Musk would be my thoughtful answer.
okay.
Yeah.
Was that one of your choices?
Yeah.
You want to have sex with Elon Musk?
No, he's not the one I want to have sex with. I mean, I wouldn't want to have sex with.
Would you... Wait, what were you trying to say?
I wouldn't want to have sex.
Oh, I thought it was I wouldn't not want to have sex.
No,
Is that what you
like-
wanted to say?
No, I wouldn't. If Elon Musk walked in and was like, "Who would want to have sex with me?" I'd be like, "Not me." But seems like a charming dude.
Yeah, but that's a glass half empty sort of way. What if he walked in and said, "Will you have sex with me?"
And that is where we would have a real test of myself. Now, wouldn't we? Continue, John.
Yeah.
Can we change the question?
Not
What
at all.
person would you rather have sex with?
So,
What's
Elon
his
Musk.
name?
What's
Yeah, so Elon Musk, because well, he's like the closest thing to a genius I think that exists on Earth, who's creating like crazy things, like I don't know.
Not Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. I mean, Stephen Hawking isn't building self-driving cars. He's talking about aliens in space and shit like that, and black holes that,
Okay.
Whatever. But yeah, Elon Musk. And then I would think that in a moment of like strife, he would call me. Like, he has this great idea and he was running it by me, and based on my answer, every time he would know that it was a great idea because I can't come up with anything good.
Just do the opposite.
It would confirm that it was probably a really good idea because this asshole just doesn't know what he's talking about.
So would you go the was it Thomas Edison or Einstein that worked at the patent office? It's one
Edison.
of the two. Was it Edison?
Probably.
I don't know. I want to say it was Einstein.
I don't
Anyway,
think it was Einstein.
I'm almost positive it was Einstein. So would you work at a patent office and be friends with Elon Musk, and he'd call you up and be like, "Hey, I want to build a subway system under Los Angeles."
Yeah,
and you're like, "That sounds like a great idea, Elon. You should file the patent tomorrow." And
Also
then you
sounds
sneak
like
in
that.
there.
Yeah, I would be his
Oh,
Robin
I get
to
it.
Batman. Yeah.
Oh
Wait, no. I'm thinking like you steal it from
yeah,
him.
you take his ideas.
Oh, like I take his ideas.
You're just like the bro that cockblocks
Oh,
him.
yeah. That,
yes. We all have one of those.
No.
That tries to hit on your girlfriend when you're in the bathroom at a party.
Oh God.
Yeah. There's one of those out there for everybody.
Is there?
Oh
if,
yeah.
if you don't know that there is one, you are the one.
Oh God, no! Is that how that works?
Yeah, but no, we would solve this flat Earth theory together, right? We would go find that wall and that edge of the Earth.
The ice wall.
Yeah, we would totally.
and prove that the Earth is actually flat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
God's just got a flashlight running in circles.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we would invent the sex helmets from Demolition Man. So
Okay.
because
Oh yeah.
so that Tyler and Elon could have sex together without touching penises. It'd be great.
What about the 3 seashells
I don't know.
that you
about
use to wipe your
That she
butt
sells
with?
on the seashore.
No, for this is with Demolition Man. Damn it.
That sounds like
My
something
joke's better.
Stephen
Rob
Hawking
Schneider.
comes up with.
That's my choice.
No, it's
I
not.
want to be best friends with Rob.
Is this
Schneider.
real?
No, it's not
Oh my
real.
God.
That would be a great choice.
Yeah. What are your real ones?
Okay, so here's the complex part. And I tried to sort of touch on this. Like they're a real person, and you get like all of their drama along with them, right? Like so like if you pick somebody who's just like super super popular, like not my choice, but say you pick like the Kardashians or something, like one of them, like Left Eye or something. You could like
Left Eye's not a Kardashian.
it's not live.
Living
either.
people. Yeah. Jesus
well,
Christ. Okay.
Is that too soon? Is it? Okay, I don't know what the
They
statute
just
of
came out with a
limitations
new
is.
album too. It was really weird.
TLC?
They kept the L in the name. It was really weird.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That's
Their
great.
name.
Yeah.
I get it now.
The left currency.
I thought it was like the Learning Channel.
Oh my God.
That's actually where the Learning Channel got it from. Is they loved Left Eye so much.
They
took
went
the L
chasing
from-
waterfalls, and that's what
Oh,
they ended up.
Jesus. Okay, so
It's called the Left Eye Channel.
So I thought about first using my power as a sacrifice and like choosing the Zodiac Killer because I would know who he is.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Like then my mind went to like being friends with this guy and like slowly piecing it together.
Yeah.
And then he's like, so you know, you're my buddy, so it's me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, Zodiac Killer. Which case, totally going back on him. I'm gonna tell everybody.
Really?
And here's the selfish reason. Because what if it comes out after and I didn't tell anyone? Like, what if someone finds out I knew?
But you can't because like BTK, famous killer from Wichita, Kansas, Dennis Rader, married with children.
Yeah.
No one thinks that his wife knew.
But I like to think that I would be the one he would confide in, or at least I'd be able to piece it together.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, but not my choice.
Okay.
Not my choice. So I feel like the Holy Trinity in this choice, and this isn't like people, but the 3 things you really need.
Jesus.
It,
He's alive in all of us.
well, he's gonna rise again. I think. I don't.
God damn it.
King James was a dick. Anywho, so I think you need to be entertaining. I think that's important. I think you need to be like pretty smart. Like I want to be able to have great conversations and sort of like further myself. And then I want to. I feel like they should have resources. Like they don't need to be just obscenely wealthy or anything. It's not like I need like Bill Gates, but I do think that they need to have enough money to fund whatever we're gonna do. Like just the silly things we'll get into. So almost hitting all those marks for me was Joe Pesci, which was my runner-up. So, to take from the late, great George Carlin, a man who doesn't believe in God, but does believe in Joe Pesci. Because Joe Pesci will get shit done. And, like you can call Joe Pesci up in the middle of the night and be like, I got a problem. He's going to show up in a wife beater with a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
Totally down for that. So Joe Pesci was close.
That was kind of an Italian stereotype.
No. That's a George Carlin joke. I was practically paraphrasing it. Practically. Okay.
Just because you repeat something from someone else that's offensive.
That's a quote.
Doesn't make it less
Air
offensive.
quotes. No, he would do that.
Okay.
He would simply do that. Okay, so that wasn't my choice. But who hits all three of the marks? An amazing philanthropist, guy who has the craziest stories, and will back at everything, is motherfucking Bill Murray.
Okay.
Absolutely my choice.
That's a very solid choice.
We will end up anywhere. He's got tons of resources. Everyone loves Bill Murray.
It is the, like...
Except Chevy
hour,
Chase.
It's the hour that they spend in Zombieland at Bill Murray's house that really solidifies him as a good choice.
Just like my whole life. Well,
yeah.
you just see him all the time. Like, I'm sure you guys have heard the crazy stories. Like, he'll show up at a party and do the dishes.
Yeah.
And then he'll, like, this is a true story. Like, he showed up and did all the dishes at this house party.
Like a college house party.
That's right.
Really?
And then he
Off-campus,
looked at them and said, no one's going to believe you that Bill Murray did this. Like, you can tell everybody that this happened and no one will believe you.
I wonder if he just does it because of that. Like, I
There's-
just want to go out there and be like,
and
There's like a whole
I'm
whole
going to wax
website.
your car for you.
Yeah.
By the way, no one's going to fucking believe you.
Yeah, there's a
Out.
story where he walks up to someone eating outside on, like, the patio of a restaurant, and he just walks up and takes one of their french fries, and he's like, you can tell whoever you want, they're not going to believe that Bill Murray stole one of your french fries. And then he just walks away. Like, the dude does stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is totally something I would tag along for.
Well,
That's a good call.
And he ended up at like all the big sporting events. Like this. I know he was at the NBA Finals, but he just walked into the locker room like during the celebration, the team celebration, and they like. This is like the most private and important moment of these guys. Like they're all back in the locker room and they're sharing their triumph. And Bill Murray walks in and they just start tweeting with him, like taking pictures and like hanging out with Bill Murray. And he's all decked out. He just wandered in there,
Really?
and he was totally fine to do that. So like, oh man, Bill Murray.
The only story I've heard where he did something like that was he crashed a wedding and gave like some speech about traveling the world with someone.
Hell
Some
yeah,
real
yes.
touching speech, and I was like, Bill Murray, you're the man. I didn't know he did it all the time.
It's
Dude,
Bill Murray.
yeah.
It's classic
crazy.
Bill Murray. So
Like-
if he calls me, and even if the idea sounds terrible, it's gonna be great. Like,
Yeah, you're Morgan Freeman laying in a hospital, and he is Jack Nicholson.
Do they have sex?
No.
bucket
Are you
list.
wanting to have sex with Bill Murray? Was all of your stuff projection onto me?
Okay, so real talk. I would going
So
off.
he goes, hey, Sean, I want to travel the rainforest. I heard that there's an anaconda that has 3 heads.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, okay, I'm in, Bill. Let's go
Let's see
find
it.
the
Yeah,
3-headed
sure,
anaconda.
yeah.
And then, like, you're laying in a tent one night. You're in the middle of the Amazon.
Going through the bucket list.
And he's like, hey, you know, I have these needs, and I've been in the rainforest with you for 3 or 4 days now, and I haven't seen this 3-headed snake I wanted to have sex with. I need you to kind of like fulfill this need for me. How do you respond?
I would do it. I mean, like. I would do it. I don't know. I feel like I'd be in the moment. I'd be in the rainforest.
It might be
it's
one of those
humid.
things where, like, you know, because you mentioned the bucket list.
Would you like mentally just like imagine it's more romantic than it is? Because you'd be like really sweaty and it'd be gross and muddy. There's like bugs everywhere.
That might make it better, you know?
There's like snakes slithering on you. The rainforest and you're just like, man, I love being like dusk with you, Bill. Just you and I in this tent, milling around for hundreds of miles.
See, Sean is the guy who would have penciled it in on the bucket list. So Bill's going through the whole thing, and he's like, "Whoa, looks like we're done here." And he's like, "Oh, really? Did you the fine print?"
But did you flip it over? Did you look
he
at the
flips
back?
it over, and he sees 3-headed
Sex with my
anaconda
best
sex.
friend.
Yeah. And Bill's like, "Well, we can't finish this one until it's all checked off."
I like to imagine that Bill. Well, I don't like to imagine. I imagine that Bill's like, we've learned a lot about ourselves along the way, but we never found the 3-headed anaconda. And I'm like, Bill, there never was a 3-headed anaconda.
The 3-headed
was there?
anaconda was in you the whole time.
And he slowly blows out the lantern.
The next morning, they're holding the pencil as they make the check together.
Oh, yes!
They're both holding. The
Yeah, we like
pencil.
Patrick Swayze like, together. We check it off the list, and our hearts grew 3 times that day.
So your choice is Bill Murray?
Yeah.
It's a good
I
choice.
feel like it's the only choice.
It's
for
the only
Sean.
choice.
So unfortunately, my choice was also Elon Musk.
No shit.
Yeah, Elon Musk is like one of the best inventors of our time. He is incredible, and he's always down. Like the story of the subway system he wants to build under Los Angeles. He was sitting in traffic and he tweets, "I wish Los Angeles had a subway. Someone should do that." And then 3 minutes later, tweets again and says, "Actually, I'm going to do that. No one take that idea." And then a week later, announces that he's created a company that has done structural foundation work to test whether Los Angeles could handle the fact that there would be tunneling underneath it. Like all of this stuff that he just has this idea and he's like, shit, I want to do that. And he's inventing electric cars, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want that guy to be the guy who calls me up and he's like, Tyler, you wouldn't believe it, dude. I just got in a car accident. I'm totally fine, but we really need self-driving cars. And I'm like, Elon, I would love to test that for you. I would love to help you in any way possible.
So you're in the Amazon with him.
Uh-huh.
In a tent.
Yeah.
You're not going for it.
Well, I'd be
You
like...
might invent a new way.
I'd be like, Elon, we've done it like 4 times on the way here.
Oh, shit. There's a refractory period.
So that was my final choice. So it's unfortunate that John took it, but I can talk about my other potential runner-ups. And I was like, man, I would love to be friends with someone in a powerful position. Like Elon Musk is in a powerful position. He's ahead of like 3 or 4 companies right currently. He also invented PayPal. Like dude's well off. But I was thinking like Barack Obama president. Like Barack Obama seems like the kind of guy I'd want to hang out with on a regular basis anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like the George Bush same mentality of like, I'd like to just have a beer with him. He's my kind of president. Blah blah blah. So like Obama's super cool, and now he's the youngest president we've ever had. So he has the longest life ahead of him. That he's just like fucking around and getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for having been president. So he can really do whatever he wants, and he's probably really bored considering he spent 8 years super stressed out constantly. And now he's like, I'm just sitting at home and I want to do something.
Well, and for the rest of his life, he's staffed with Secret Service.
Yeah, dude.
So
like,
you just go fuck with people.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
That's it, yeah. You go to North Korea.
Yeah.
And you just walk into North Korea and like, whoops, we landed in North Korea. Do whatever you want. I think it'd be really fun. But then I also have this really bad like white knight syndrome, where I want to fix something that's a problem, and I still want a friend that has a lot of power. And I just imagine getting a call at 2 a.m. and my best friend Donald Trump says, Tyler, they're talking about me on CNN again. And I'm like, Donald, it's okay, buddy. You don't need to tweet about how CNN's fake news. He's like, no, but I do. And I say, you know what, Donald, you're right. You should say this.
Oh, God.
If I'm on the other side of the fence,
Sure, yeah.
literally, but probably a better analogy would be a wall. If I am guaranteed that no one's gonna fuck with me, this is a dude who's like covering up for his family members for having like talked to Russia, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Dude's gonna have my back. And if I'm part of the inner circle, what do I care about the outer circle?
No,
You might be the only circle if you think about it.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
do.
but he will push you out. You need to go full crazy.
Well, so I was thinking you were talking about like you replace best friend. His wife obviously isn't his best friend.
It's very true.
What's his name? God, I don't remember his name. yes, I become leader of Russia. No,
I think his best friend's the InfoWars guy, Alex Jones.
no, it's his name starts with a. It's not
Steve
Buchanan.
Bannon?
Bannon, yes, thank you.
Oh,
Bannon.
no, they're not buddies anymore.
Are they not? I guess he kicked him out a little bit.
Yeah, he's out of the circle.
Yeah, and that's. But I could replace him. I'd come in and be like that
just, like,
fucking
sidestep
Bannon
him.
guy. Yeah. Like, remember when he was like being a dick and Donald Trump would be like, yeah, you're right, Tyler. I'd be like, I know, man.
I feel like I should
Hug it out.
Photoshop Tyler in images where Steve Bannon used to be.
Just
Like
my
he's like
face.
Trump is signing executive orders and there's just Tyler in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Thumbs up.
you
I
can
get
see
so
on-
many pens that like used to sign executive orders. I don't necessarily agree with the executive orders, but I have like a whole pen collection of all the times I was standing behind him. I'd give him high fives on
You can
camera.
see on Bannon's face the burden of being friends with Trump is.
Yeah.
Like, it's draining. He's got like a dementor just sucking his soul away.
Yeah. But like I said, I have white knight syndrome.
Oh.
And I have a lot more life ahead of me than Steve Bannon does.
Well, and
I
you
hope.
could use his orange bronzer to get the color back in your face.
Absolutely, I can. So I guess that would be my runner-up since Elon Musk was taken. I would probably end up picking Trump, and I would just try to steer him in the right direction. And if it doesn't work, which I assume most people in his life have tried to steer him in the right direction, and it never worked, then I would just fall in with him and just double down.
Oh
and
my god!
I would make the GIF of CNN being a wrestling guy and Donald Trump suplexing.
Be his
him
tag
or
team
whatever.
partner.
Yeah, dude. I would
come in, get the hot tag.
full bore.
Yeah.
I would go on Fox News and talk about how the New York Times is fake and blah blah blah.
So you're gonna be Kellyanne Conway.
I would 1000% be Kellyanne Conway if I was in the inner circle.
How do you-
Kellyanne Conway used to be a Democrat.
How do you sit
and
on
yet
the couch?
she's in the inner circle. What couch? Is there a couch?
Does she
Can I have the couch?
Yeah, you
want a
kick
couch.
kick off your shoes and just
Do you
curl
just
up
sit
on the couch.
all like funny?
Yeah, like Smeagol.
Just
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Smeagol,
like-
like crouching on a rock like a frog.
you should be like Salacious Crumb and sit on his shoulder and just cackle.
Oh yeah, that'd be really good. So that's my choice. Do you guys have anyone else that you wanna honorable mention for who we?
Dude, you derailed me.
Did I?
You super derailed me. The
Yeah.
Elon Musk thing really got me because, like, I guess I took the whole different direction. Like, Joe Pesci and the Zodiac Killer, and you're
Yeah.
like, man, this guy helped build subway systems, and, like,
I want to be a part of the future
I feel like until the Donald Trump thing, we flipped our roles.
where you're the bad guy.
I'm
quote unquote.
usually the responsible one.
Yeah.
I'm having sex in the Amazon with Bill Murray. Fuck.
Yeah. I guess in the end, that's really what I would want. It's just sex in the Amazon with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I didn't know I wanted it until someone said.
In our next episode, Tyler and Donald make it to the Amazon rainforest.
Hypothetically,
Tune in to see what happens.
If you could have sex with Donald Trump anywhere, Jesus.
It'd be on a safari for a three-headed anaconda, of course.
You know, there's a lot of obvious choices that we didn't touch. I felt like I kind of wanted to go more resourceful than just like the like the Michael Jordans, the Mark Zuckerbergs, and of the world.
I thought about what's his name? Not Magic Johnson, but the one with the blonde hair and all the tattoos.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. I'd want to be Dennis Rodman's best friend. So Dennis Rodman would take me to go see his other best friend, Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, I was going to say
Kim
you
Jong-un's
North
best
Korea.
friend.
Dude, so that's what I was
In
thinking.
a
Like,
cage.
yeah,
I brought you an American.
that was like one of my first thoughts was totally be Dennis Rodman and like go hang out in North Korea and be one of the only people who can go to North Korea. But then I remembered that Kim Jong Un gave him a bunch of presents and
Then he
got
poisons like
investigated.
everybody that double crosses him.
I would never double cross my homie Kim Jong Un.
Oh god.
Dude, you could be like
Un
James
and I are
DeFranco.
like this. And listeners, you can't see it, but I'm doing a humping motion with my hands. So I think that's gonna do it this week for Hypothetically Speaking. You can find me on Twitter at TJMalt421. You can find John at
John Reed Art.
and Sean
At Chuck Bonsai 1.
You can also check out our website, tablenight.com, and we have a Facebook page, and we have a YouTube channel that we're kicking off this week. It's just going to be audio only of the podcasts, but we need to get 100 subscribers. So I'll put that on the Facebook page, and you can like that whenever you get a chance. But for now, we will see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Hypothetically Speaking is a Table Night production. I can't believe those assholes paid me $5 just for that.